What's up, Nerdgenic Nation? Superhero nerd Aaron Waller here, and today I want to talk about the new Amazon Prime original movie Samaritan starring Sylvester Stallone. Now, this isn't based on any property from DC, Marvel, or any comic, so going into this movie essentially blind was actually rather exciting. Though I do have to admit that there were certain aspects that I saw coming a mile away, and even predicted a major plot point of this movie within the first about 20 minutes or so. The film is about a young boy who learns that a superhero who is thought to have gone missing after an epic battle 20 years ago may in fact still be around. Now, probably the best way I can describe this movie is if someone mashed Unbreakable with real steel and then peppered in some John Wick and a little bit of Last Action Hero. In terms of performances, I think for the most part everyone did their job. Stallone was definitely the standout, which I guess is no real surprise as the movie was done under his production company. That being said, however, there's also a layer of cheese throughout this film that no one is trying to hide. The entire story revolving around the kid and his relation with Stallone's character, his struggles, and basically any scene involving him. The beats related to the story of the kid simply feel dated as he goes through all the tropes of any child in an action movie from the 80s or 90s. He's continuously trying to be bigger than he is in society and struggling with his identity, the relationship that he has with the villain of the movie, and even when he gets kidnapped by said villain, he even says that he's taking him in order for Stallone's character just to follow him. Which honestly I feel like is extremely on the nose when trying to tell a story of a superhero in hiding, but maybe that's just the point and I'm overanalyzing it. Samaritan at its core has a lot of fantastic ideas that I would love to see further explored and potentially have spin-offs and possibly even prequels. The world is potentially rich despite this story being hyper-focused on Samaritan. And that's also part of the problem that I had with Samaritan. It has massive potential and simultaneously wastes almost all of it by the end of the movie. Beyond the setup of the hero and the villain, I wonder if there are or was more to this world being built. I would have loved if they had or potentially will expand on if there's a richer community of either heroes or villains in this area and what that could possibly mean. To be honest, I think if this movie came out around 10 years ago, around the time Real Steel did, I would have been into it way more. But now as the superhero market continues to become highly saturated, they have the right ideas in mind, but they easily get lost along the way. If they had focused a lot more on Stallone and not so much about the kid and his struggles despite it being necessary to the story in order to move it forward and keep certain story beats intact, to me Stallone's story was interesting enough on its own. And even if the movie did end up being 20 or so minutes shorter, it would have been, in my opinion, much better overall, and for that reason I'm going to give Samaritan a 6 out of 10. I honestly see a lot of potential in this movie and what could be done to build it out further, but that will depend on the reception, which I don't exactly see being very high at this moment. So those are my thoughts on Samaritan, and now I want to hear from you in the Nerdgenic community. What did you think of the movie? Did you feel it was a fresh take on the superhero genre, or do you think it'll be left in the dust of other superhero movies? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos from me or the rest of the Nerdgenic team. And also be sure to follow us across all social media platforms at Nerdgenic. That way you don't miss out on any special news, announcements, or articles at nerdgenic.com. But in the meantime, if you want even more superhero content from us, check out this Marvel playlist right over here, or for you DC fans, check out this playlist right over here. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, we really do appreciate it, and we hope to see you in the next video.